Oh, I guess we gotta start without Jeannie now. You MIA. Okay, call me to order. Welcome to St. Louis. First order of business is Pledge of Allegiance, if you'll stand. I pledge allegiance. And I want to take just a short time for silence for those that we've lost in the last months or so. Thank you. All right. First, there's a little bit of business I want to cover, and I want to make sure that you all know that Kyle is filming for YouTube. It's live. So I want you to know that if you have a problem, any warrants out for your arrest, we need to know that so that we don't get you on film. What will happen is we're going to limit the amount of finance that we talk about. If you want detailed information, she's going to have a lot of fun report under the members only. That way we don't have to worry about editing out or what we are broadcasting. So if you have problems with that, then let us know. We're working on getting more socially out there. And we're working also on getting ready for some Zoom meetings. So anyway, that's what we're doing, and I just wanted you to be aware of it. So why don't we go through and have the regions introduce themselves? We'll start with Carolina. Except he's reading something.
Carolina Region, Mike Bushlaw, Ari, John, R3D, Black, RS.
Thank you. East Ohio. Sorry. That's why you're proxy times. Yeah, East Region.
Anybody else has East Region already?
You are, okay. Florida.
Right, you guys, RP. And also proxy for Huddle, Corvette.
Indiana Region.
With Ari.
You didn't know either.
Becky
Gray, RMD, and
Somebody else. Ken Clausen.
as
Okay.
RMD process. RCD.
We're really bad. Let's see how you do. He's been schooled by his dad. Welcome, Patrick.
Proxy for the Michigan region, and I have Wagner, RMD.
Midwest Region. It's pretty impressive.
West Region RV, Rapid Center, Midwest Region RC, Midwest Region RC.
All right. Okay, Northeast region. Yeah, convention director. All right. Rocky Mountain. Okay, good one. Okay. Southeast. Thank you. Yes, you did. For an old guy, you did all right. Southwest.
Tom Walker, RV Proxy, and Craig Cameron, RMD and Governor.
Great. West Coast. Oh dear. Thank you. West Ohio. No one's from West Ohio this week. West Region.
Denny Luther, West Region RE, that's Sheila Lyman, Proxy RMD.
Okay.
Oh. She smacked me, so she.
I saw that. I saw that. Good for you, Lauren.
Kind of beats himself.
I don't know what to tell you. Let's see now. How long have we all been doing this? It's all good. Yeah. So. I would, National Officer, yes. What's his name? IT Director. Linda Fairland is our treasurer. Renee Cardines is our competition VP. Jeannie Castle, who was missing earlier, is our business manager. George Duncan is parliamentarian. Michelle Cantelmo is our sponsorship and charity. Elaine Herrera is publications. And Tom West is sergeant at arms. No warrant. Oh yeah, and our proxy membership is Melanie Hardeman. And Rita is on, this is Rita. She couldn't join us today. She is having some health issues that she couldn't fly, so she's been kind enough to sit at her house and listen to us with our wonderful reporting so far. Oh, all right, now I want to get approval. I'm looking for approval for the minutes from the February meeting. I have a first for Richard Janko and a second from Alan Moss. All those in favor? Thank you, and I need a motion to approve payment of the proxy governors and the regional officers. Betty Parks first, Fred Ducash second. All those in favor? Thank you. So as far as an RMD or a report for the, I'm not an RMD, report on the National Corvette Museum and what went on at the bash. It was better attended. I didn't get to stay the whole time, but I did get to go inside the collections building. It's bare in there, but I'm telling you, 66,000 square feet is really big. And the Rob Matzimer that is in charge of doing a lot of the work or setting it up and organizing it has a model in his office with Hot Wheels where the cars will be so that they can get an idea of how they're going to lay it out. And so that if people come in, he can show them what it's gonna look like. But it's really, really cool. And I'm hoping that you all can get up there to see it sometime. And that's really about all I have. They're starting to do some photographs, if you're there with your club, where you can drive around the spire and get pictures of your car in front of the spire, which is kind of a cool thing too. So a lot of things going on there, but most of it is directed at the collections building, which is a really good thing. So we will start off with the reports. Renee, you want to start?
All right, hello everyone. Morning. Say good morning. Somewhere still sleeping. All right, 14 hours present last night, 5 of them through NCCC. We had a couple of dignitaries come and visit us. Were graced by the presence of IT Director Paul Jenkins, who was available for some Q&A and some database updates. Our business manager showed up with some updates on insurance coverage. Our Bell, our social media, showed up and gave us a little update. His governor garage hit, which almost a little over 2 months, he's got 35,000 hits. Just pretty good. I want to thank everybody that joined those webinars that hosted in January, February, and March. I was quite surprised. I enjoyed meeting with a lot of people, taking questions. I appreciate that. And again, if you need any help with that, you can contact your RCD, contact me, or you can go watch Governor's Garage and look at those scribes and YouTube video tutorials to help you out. Speed standings. I'm not going to go through all of them. Maybe I'll just say the top 3. But currently, and I know we have some events still out there that haven't been posted, but in the men's speed standing, 3rd place at San Doyle's, our Florida RCD. 2nd place is also from Florida, it's Rise. And 1st place, quite a nice lead from the Carolina region, Ricky Black. In the ladies' speed standings, in 3rd place from the Michigan region, Kristen Lindenfelder. In 2nd place is Betty Parks from the Southeast region. And in 1st place, Brian Boys from the Florida. Men's non-speed standings, in 3rd place, that's actually a tie for 2nd. Is 3rd place on the database, but they're actually tied for 2nd. They're both from the East Ohio region, and it's Ron Williams and Tim Richardson. I know I saw Tim here. And in 1st place, it's a tie for 1st place. One of them shows up as 1st and 2nd. Southwest region, David McMahon and Winston Brigade. 2026 ladies non-speed standings, 3rd place from the West region, Washington RCD. Where we go. Second place is Bart Sorens from the West region, and in 1st place, Colin Campbell from the South region. Moving on to club standings, top 3, Tentex Corvette Club from the Southwest region. 2nd place, North Florida Corvette Association from Florida. And in 1st place, Cape Kennedy Corvette Club from the Florida region. 2026 Annual Worker standing so far. I'll just read the top 2. 2nd place from Florida, Charlie Acton. And in 1st place, Frank Stork from the Florida region. In the ladies, also dominated by the Florida region, Barry in 2nd place, and Teresa Lake in 1st place. So, competition season is nicely underway. Lots of events to go out there and support them, support your regions, support your clubs, get out and participate. Business supplemental programs, and this is based on convention participation registration. I have no takers for the SUA competition program. I have 1, and possibly I heard of another yesterday, Young Guns, and I have 8 in the SORA competition program. I do have 2 sponsors on that, and I'm sponsoring the C1 trophies and that tire sponsoring the C5 trophies. safety guideline, online updates, if you have anything, everything's good. Use them for your events if you have to. Speed events, reclassification updates, we have one in anticipation of the, upcoming C transport and transport X. After you financially recover from the interest use increase, if you happen to go buy one of these things, later on this year, if you buy the transport, you will be in the CA class. If you buy a transport X and show up, you will be in the CAC, which will be with the E-race and the C-Checks. Discuss on Syracuse was going to a convention in New York. How many here are going to the convention? So again, talk, like to see you all over there. Where's my main thing there? The award recipients at Champions Night. If you're gonna be at that event, I have asked every one of those recipients to give me their favorite song. And I will be playing their intro song when they come up and get the award, and you will be thoroughly entertained by the selection. Like disco meets biker bar. It's a nice mix. All the songs are awesome. There's nothing vulgar or negative about it. Everything's really cool. So you'll enjoy it. There's 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, well, no, 40s. 50s, 60s, 70s, mostly some 80s. Classic rock, yacht rock, disco, you name it. It's in there. Except for Howard, he picked up something from his childhood in the 1890s. Anyways, moving on, business, we had 7 rule changes come through and 3 clarifications. 2 of the clarifications were deemed rule changes, so they were converted into rule changes. So we had 9 rule changes that are approved by the competition committee, and they will be on the ballot in September for you guys to approve or disapprove. You guys want to read them through, or you guys look at it minutes?
Read it.
Okay, so the minutes of the competition have been sent out to all the RCDs. And the RCDs will send it to the governors, and I am copied on that email when you get it, so we know that you got it. They're also already posted on the website, on their current notifications. Oh no, I haven't done that, I'll do that tomorrow. They are in the meeting minutes in members only. You can find them in the first competition committee minutes. Read all about it. You can find out about all this changes that are being proposed. I won't get into it, just have to follow that. Yeah, guys. Yeah, that's it. Any questions for me? Twice.
Wow.
You can get on there.
Okay, are you ready?
Come on up here. Yes, she has stepped up and helped us out. Sandy's on a 50th anniversary party weekend, so Melanie stepped in.
All right, last night we had 9 RMDs, 3 proxies, and 3 RMDs were absent. As of this meeting, we have 14,715 members and 217 clubs. We have grown membership by 400 members since the February meeting. Since the beginning of the year, we've added 94 new MALs from NCCC deliveries and the most popular Florida event. We've added a new club from the Florida region, the Rocket City Corvette Club that joined in March. We also have a returning club, Hub City Corvette Club, out of the Carolina region. Since the February meeting, we've had several Zoom meetings with some of the RMDs and governors to go over the membership screens in the database. FCOA members, there are 953 FCOA members right now, including 2 new members. Each new member received a new member packet along with their membership card and a welcome letter. Windy City has the most SUA kids, so they'll be great. We lost 43 members since the beginning of the year due to age out, unfortunately. They were able to get a new updated membership application on the website, and Walt has updated the website page for everyone. That's all I got. Questions?
Thank you. I have to give an attaboy because 400 new members is a lot. That's really a. All right. Sue, did you want to say anything? No? She shook her head. It's cool. All right. So we'll go right into, Linda, do you want to say something?
So, so it just kind of came up that I wasn't gonna have a financial discussion because we're live and being taped. But I'm very uncomfortable with that, telling you guys what's going on. So I don't have time or the interest to look yourselves to see what's going on. Plus, when you look at the financials, there's a lot of interpretation that I help with. So I was looking around the room to see where Kyle was, to see if he could turn off. Can you just turn off your live stream or do my recording?
Okay, our next report is our business manager, and she's going to give her report. We will vote on the meeting site under old business.
Hi. Okay. Conventions. I'm going to start with conventions because we always like conventions. We had a meeting last night, and Debbie Schaefer and Betty Parks gave us an update, and 2026 convention is really doing pretty darn good. There's still a little bit of time. I think it was the 12th of May. Was that the date that registration's been extended? 18th of May. So if you know somebody who wants to go, sign them up because it's going to be a good time. And heck, you get a chance to check out the Niagara Falls and a lot of other things. So join us. 2027 is Return to Bowling Green, and we got an update on that from Betty Parks, and Carolyn Samuelson came to the meeting and said that everything is moving along, everything's on time. That too should be a good thing. They did share, and you can catch Dale, Carolyn, and them at the hospitality or at the break. There's stuff that they're talking about that we might be able to do at the museum and things like that. That's going to make it be a really fun time. The really good news, well, the other is good news too, but this is good news, is that 2028, Craig Hammett came up and gave us a convention bid for 2028. So convention is on board for Waco. We'll be getting more information. Of course, there'll be the typical process, voting and everything else, but right now we have a preliminary bid. Looks really good, nice and strong. And what's really neat is he's got like 4 or 5 clubs in the area that have already stepped up and offered to help. So that does help make the club, you can help us get a flavor of Texas, and we'll get to meet a lot of people, and he'll get the support he needs. And there's going to be a lot more information to follow here. As mentioned, we're going to be voting on the hotel location or the meeting. 2029, what did I say, 2020? Oh, yes, I'm sorry, I apologize. Oh, my goodness. Cinda, Dorinda, I'm really sorry. I forgot about Colorado 2029. It's on the 9 years, and they're always great. She joined us last night at the Convention Steering Committee, and they're working, they're in preliminary, as we know, but it's coming along. We should have more information soon. Anything you want? I forgot where it's going to be. It's not the Springs. It is the Springs, back to Colorado Springs. Good, all right. So that's where it's going to be, 2029. That takes us to 2030. So come on, guys, step up. We're going to need 2030 convention, and then we've got 31. So we're gonna go really strong here for the next few years. A lot of fun going on. Okay, now Yes. Pardon me?
Before you go on, can I ask a question?
Yes,
Stand up, Joan.
she wanted me to give her time. Stand up, Joan. Yes.
I'm a little confused. At the meeting last night, it was brought up, and today you brought it up, that convention registration is going to be extended to May 18th. I thought convention registration went all the way up to convention. I know, but she didn't say that.
The rooms are in the block until the 18th.
Right, but you had said that registration is open till the 18th now.
Okay, I was trying to,
I know, but I think
Thank
it should be, make sure that people know that convention registration goes until convention is done.
perfect. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying that. Okay, sounds good. Okay, so we're going to, in the old business, we're going to be voting on the location for the meeting for next year. We got the bid for here, as you know. I did present it at the last meeting, if you recall. And then since then, I did put the bid up, the meetings out to bid. Just wanted to make sure we had the best deal. I didn't focus just on this here area. I did check in Louisville, Kentucky, and Indianapolis. I picked those because once I looked at where the clubs were located, at first I looked at the city, that the location where we would be in the United States between Florida and Washington and Maine and at the bottom part of California. And that put us right in the middle of a wheat field somewhere in Kansas. We could parachute in because it doesn't have an airport, but it's hard to get you back out. So I re-looked at the structure and decided, well, maybe we're better off putting you right in the middle of where the majority or the biggest grouping of the clubs are, and that puts us into this triangle, the unholy triangle of St. Louis, Indianapolis, and Louisville, Kentucky. So I got bids. This is the best deal. This is absolutely the best deal. It was worth putting it out to RFP because it did confirm that what we have here is really good. Well, some of the other hotels were a couple dollars less on the room. It charges thousands of dollars more on the meeting space, so it's a good deal. So we want to always be really nice to the people here because they're giving us a good deal. Any questions on that? No questions. Okay, insurance. Well, I've also been looking to a few things in the insurance. I've been talking with some of other brokers and insurance agents. And one of the things I did find, well, for example, is did you know that our insurance covers what's called rolling wheels? Rolling wheels means that when the cars are rolling in the drive part of your diamond drive, when you're out there in a caravan or something, this insurance is covering you. Not all insurances do that. If clubs are going out and getting 180, 110, whatever insurance is, I'm pretty sure they don't have rolling wheels because that's what the brokers are telling me. Not only do we have the rolling wheels, which is a really great thing, again, it covers you from the inception of your covered event. It's going to cover your rolling wheels, your caravan, your driver, whatever, all the way to the end of your covered event. So, including things like food poisoning and stuff like that. So, greasy spoons can be a problem. Let's see here. The other thing to keep in mind is in addition to the insurance that we think about for terms of like the autocross and caravans and all that, we have some other things too. There's a life insurance policy, there's an AD&D, there's a directors and officers. Let's think here for a minute. Theft, thank you, theft. There's a theft policy, covers theft and embezzlement. So all this is listed in the FAQ in the website, in the convention website under insurances. Go to the FAQ, check out all the benefits you have. If you've got questions, give me a call. Any questions here? Okay, thank you, have a good time.
Okay, now, also with the parliamentarian, we have some standing rules that are on the table to vote on. Those will be under old business also.
Good afternoon, everyone. Last night the REs met. We had 11 REs present. We had 4 RE proxies present. We had 3 guests, one of which included Kyle Phelps. And we always ask for a minute taker, and it's been Rita, but last night it was new Rita. So thank you, Rita, for being there electronically to help us out. We had kind of a busy night again. There are 2 tabled standing rules that were read on last time, and as Deb just mentioned, we're going to vote on them under old business today. And there was, believe it or not, 8 bylaws that we've been reviewing. Deb's going to read those into the record under new business today. And then there's one more standing rule that hasn't been read in yet, but will be, and it will be voted on today. So we're gonna have a busy time in a little bit, but that's all under old and new business. So I really didn't have anything else. That kept us really busy. Any questions for me? Thank you.
Okay, Jeff, our PR guy, is somewhere in Europe or otherwise, so he's not here this time. So we will move on to Tom. Do you have anything for us? We want to talk about hospitality? Yeah, thank you, Northeast, for the goodies. I understand the cake went like in 15 minutes.
Yeah, Butch started it, and I don't know who finished it. Somebody tried to be polite and leave it shelf. That is a party fail. Do not ever let that happen again. You take it, you just finish it, and be proud that you were the closing act. No, hats off to Ray and Debbie. That was fantastic. Hope everybody had a good time last night. We got some stuff left over tonight. So a lot of pinwheels. So don't go too heavy on dinner. Yeah, it was good. And there's more left. And show of hands, who's going to be there tonight? Got a few? All right, yeah, okay. We'll make sure you get taken care of. I think as far as getting rooms in, we're all good for that. Anybody want to think about sponsoring my September meeting? Yeah, we have nominations and whatnot like that too, but boy, we got one office, or a couple offices available. If somebody thinks they want to sponsor the September meeting, come up and see me. Yeah, just come up and see me, and it's kind of like what last night was. Provide some stuff, I can help out, I can help assist, or whichever like that, but no, I thought the convention Northeast did a great job last night. Thank you very much.
Okay, Lane, you ready?
No, I don't. Yeah, I left it.
You're giving up your cane, huh?
I hit you with it.
Richard does. Everybody hits me with the damn.
All right, blue bars went out earlier than I expected this time. I hope you all got it. That was a big one, and it came in at the budget, you said? That it was. Okay, great. I need articles for the summer issue. I have virtually nothing. Veronica tells me that the RMDs talked about taking a subject about the benefits of NCCC and putting that in. Several people have said that they were going to provide me with tech articles. I have yet to see those. I can't write one, I know nothing. Just ask anybody. Kind of empty up here lately. Goes with the hair. Articles for the summer issue are due May 31st. If I don't have it by May 31st, it will not go in. I have to stand my ground on this one because I just finished this issue. I'm working on the convention book this time, which I've never done before, and I'll have to have summer issue done before I leave for convention. And I'm doing Jennifer and I are doing
Volcanoes, so I have to be prepared for that also. So don't mess with me this time, just don't. Cause I'm gonna say no. Okay? Anybody have anything they wanna say?
Great part for issue.
Even though we all live in a cornfield?
I don't.
Well, you thought we all did. Well, not everybody I know on my side of the country lives in a cornfield. He said, what do you see when you look out your window?
Corn.
Someone else's backyard. No, well, we do have a lot of deer in our neighborhoods, believe it or not. We live in a development, sometimes we have 9 deer in the backyard. And this is really cool. Wednesday night, looked out the patio door in the yard behind us, there was a fox. That's the first time I've seen one. And Chuck goes, no, it's not, what is that? I said, look at its tail. And then he turned around and faced us. Boy, was he cute. He really was, but good thing we don't have cats anymore. Anyway, I know we were screaming in the hospitality room last night, but if you'd have seen that shot at the buzzer, at the Cavs game, it was unbelievable. We lost, of course, but
That's the way they lose.
I know, and it's only Cleveland, no lie, only Cleveland. But the ball bounced off the rim, went straight up in the air, about 15 feet, and right down into the basket. Unbelievable. But they better not do that tomorrow. You know, it's what the Cavs do. It's always, we'll do it next year, right? Michelle?
And the Browns, and the Indians.
Hi, everyone. I have a short report too. We have 10 scholarship applicants so far, with 5 applicants who have completed the whole process. The online application for the scholarships will close in 13 days. There was a hardship application submitted, which was approved. There will be 2 tricky trades at convention. One will be for St. Jude, and the other one will support the scholarships and the hardship programs. We do have a new sponsor, Race America. They're giving members 15% off of timing systems and 10% off of spare parts and displays. What they will do with that 15% discount that they're giving you, they will send a check to NCCC. Okay, so you have to make sure you tell them that you're from NCCC when you call. I checked out their website. You can't order anything on their website. It tells you that it gives you a phone number and a person's name to contact. And the last item is NCCC will have the hospitality tent at Corvette's of Carlisle in August. Any questions?
Lauren Killam, Cornhusker Corvette Club, Governor. When you said that we can get 10% off of spare parts and stuff, is that so if like we need radio, Wi-Fi remitters and stuff, that's what's considered the 10% off?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well.
Jennifer?
You have to turn it on. It's an on-off button, it's real simple.
Oh, there it goes on. Okay, Jennifer Wiggers, Michigan Region RMD Governor as well. I have a check here from the Michigan region for $350 for the scholarship program. We did a 50-50 drawing at our region banquet, so.
Awesome, thanks, thanks, Jennifer.
Mike Bushelon, Carolina RE, and president of the Carolina Corvette Club. We have a check for St. Jude for $500.
Awesome.
We also have a check for St. Jude in memory of Pete Dolly, who passed away this past Sunday, for $100.
Awesome, thank you. I'm done.
No, you're not.
Oh, I'm not? There's more?
Andy Alshouse, Andy Alshouse, East Region. On behalf of the East Region, Corvette Club, NEPA and Pocono Area Corvette Club, we have a check for $1,000 for the scholarship.
Thank you.
Don't lose it.
No, I won't.
Okay, so we're gonna move into old business. Yeah. Yeah, oh, except for old guy. I checked him off already, so I do that to you every time. Sorry. Walt, our IT director.
I did, I saw it, I
I am. Thank you, Debbie, for not reminding me. Okay, so our monthly president's message has gone out again this month, and we have dropped probably close to 1,000 email addresses off of the list. So that's not exactly great news, but it's something. Also, the links on the first page of the website, I've removed some of them because they're no longer in use anymore, and kind of cleaned that up a little bit. The FCOA webpage, all of the web pages under the FCOA heading have changed, so I encourage you to take a look at that. It was inspired by Melissa Feltz. She did some changes, and I incorporated that into our new FCOA stuff. And one thing I've got a couple of questions on this meeting is the club governor or club information, how to update that and why their club information isn't being displayed on the map. You have to put in all of the information. You can't just the program looks at the meeting location, place, and if it's blank, it just ignores it. So you have to do that at minimum. Also, under competition, it really helps on the online registration if you put in the club number as part of the sanction number. You can put in club WR 192 all day or all weekend or whatever you want, but that club information in the first six characters is important so I can find it again. Because if you don't do that, then it doesn't show up in the drop down for the sanctions for that club. So that's kind of important. Other than that, any questions? Yes, sir.
Walt, the RFDs decided.
Who are you?
Oh yeah, you need to get up to the.
Can't hear me?
I can, but nobody else can.
We don't know who you are.
They can't hear me.
You get your steps
Very quiet. In our RMD meeting,
Your name is Bob?
I refuse to tell you.
Then you can't speak.
Jim Zaborski. In the RMD meeting, we talked about having the RMDs take a look again at whether or not we're gonna move some clubs around in the regions and so forth. And we're gonna have a Zoom meeting and talk about that, but we need your map. What we thought we could ask you to do, rather than if you don't have a meeting area for a club, put the president's name and phone number in there so that somebody in just the city that they're in, and at least we know where all the clubs are, so we can look at that too and decide on where we could maybe make some moves.
Well, I don't put that in because I have no idea who your president is. So that's up to the
Well,
governor.
maybe you need some help then, maybe we can
It's
give you some help in,
The governor's supposed to do that.
we know governors.
And if the governor doesn't know it, certainly the RMD does.
They do? Yeah, no, but I mean, maybe we can help you get that done then.
That would be great. There are several, I think Veronica has done a lot of work on that area. Janet, in California has done a lot of work on that. They actually call up the clubs and say, here, I'll do it for you, but I need to know who it is.
Yeah,
So
I think we're just gonna sometimes we can't get a governor to call us back, so I think it's easier just to say, look up who the president is and.
But we don't know.
No. Well, most of the clubs, we know who their president is, we should know at least. But if we don't, we can get a hold of somebody and find out.
Where do you get that information?
Well,
Back to the governor.
yeah. But we'll get the information and maybe the RMDs can check each of their areas
I'd be more than happy to help you out.
and get you a list. Because we really need to get that information in order to try to put this together.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Pete. Oh, Zach.
Yes, Zach Boys, Florida Region RCD. And I tapped on the Zora competitors, trying to see the list, and it was blank.
That's because there aren't any.
I thought we had 8. We had 8 Zora competitors.
Well, this is the first I've heard of it, so.
Oh. Yeah. Yes, I know. So you talked to him? Okay.
I don't know about it. Anybody else?
And we'll start with approval for the meeting site. Do you need to hear the details of getting here? Anybody? Yes. Hear it? The other thing we're going to do is when these 2 standing rules off the table to vote on, we'll have to have a motion to bring them off the table. After we do that, we are going to go by region in case you have split yays and nays. So that we get all of the votes counted for these standing rules. So I will call on the region and you will tell me how many yeses, how many nos. If you have people here from the club that are voting, then we need to know what their vote will be too. Does that make sense? If they're here, they can say whether it's a yes or a no. We can see, you can see, we can see some hands. I have a list here, I'm gonna mark it.
So you changed it now, the RE's not gonna say all votes.
Well, if they're here, they can say them if the RE doesn't know.
Under your map.
So if you have it, then the RE do it. I know Fred has no idea how I'm gonna vote. That was your concern, right? Yeah, I know. Okay, so she's gonna read you the info on the meeting site.
Okay, so the meeting sites are gonna be for three meetings starting in 2028. They're gonna go, the contract is 2028, 29, and 2030. The room rates that we would be paying would be, we are at 135, we'd be going to 155 for 2028, 160 for 2029, and 165 for 2030. The meeting room, the amount that we pay for the meeting rooms that we meet in last night and today, including this facility here, currently we are paying, the rate's gonna go, in 2028 is gonna go to $1,800 for all of those rooms that we have. The following year, 2029, it's gonna go to 2,000, and then for 2030, it's going to go to 2,200 or 2,200. Any questions? Yes, Joan. 3 meetings. Okay? All right, that's it for me.
Yes. Sir.
Fred Dugatch, RE, Florida Region. Is that going to include any costs associated with Zoom?
No, we have not talked about that. No, with that detail. 3 in-person meetings is what we're voting on. Ma'am?
Veronica Joyce, Florida Region. I just want to thank Jeannie for going out and shopping around so that we know that we are getting a good deal, because I know that was a concern for a bunch of us. And I really just want to let Deb Murphy know that our flight's been delayed by an hour and a half.
Oh, cool. Well, I knew it was close to storm, so I wasn't surprised. No, I didn't do Spirit. I did Spirit to Nashville last week, and I was hoping that they didn't go bankrupt till I got home. All right, back to the meeting site. So this is a yes or no. All right, I'm gonna ask for the no votes for meeting in St. Louis. Are there any? All those in favor of meeting in St. Louis for the years 28, 29, and 30, raise your hand. Cool, unanimous, I can say. Meeting sites, done. All right. Okay, so the first standing rule that we have tabled, I will read it and then we'll decide to take it off the table, and then we'll go into voting for it, so you remember what we're doing. This is a new rule concerning awards. Assessments. In order to finance national competition awards starting January 1, 2027, clubs holding national sanction events will be assessed 25 cents per participant per sanction. Do you want any more information? That's what we'll be voting on. I need a motion to bring it off the table. Motion is, first is Andy, second is Dale Samuelson. All those in favor of bringing this off the floor to vote on, say aye. Any opposed? You're opposed. Okay. So what we're gonna do is,
I'm sorry, could you complete, did it not make a reference in there to entrance and work?
there's only, he asked if this award was an assessment for participants and workers, and it's not. It only mentions participants. So we are taking this off the floor and we're going to vote off the table, whatever. Something that, we're gonna vote on this, okay? So I'm gonna go by region. If you wanna tell me what your votes are, and we'll get them. Are we ready to do that? Okay, Carolina, what are your votes, yes or no?
Yes.
All 8?
All 8.
Okay. East Ohio has 10 votes, how are you voting?
All no.
All no?
Or like the governor.
They said all 10? Are you good with that? East region, how do you vote?
10 yes, 10 no, 3 abstain.
He just cancels himself out.
Florida, how do you vote?
17 no.
And I'm a no, so it's all 19 no's. Indiana, how do you vote with your 16?
I don't know how I can vote all 16 since I don't have proxies for every.
How many do you have proxies for?
I have 8 votes available.
And, okay, so what are those 8 votes?
5 no's and 3 yeses.
And I'm gonna put a note here, no proxies for the rest.
Yep.
Okay, Michigan, how do you vote for your 16?
6 yes, 8 no, and 2 abstain.
Okay, Midwest region, you have 24?
I have 12 proxies that vote no. And I'll ask ask the governors to raise their hand from however you want to do that.
Okay, how many governors that are here? Yeses. How many, okay, the governors that are here, noes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 9. Is there, should be
12, but they're not there.
You know, here we go again. He knew all our names, but he didn't know any of the votes. Okay, so we have 10 more no's. Right? What, did we just vote no?
Yes.
Show me how many no's again. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? Okay, 10 more no's. All right, Northeast. 6 no. Rocky Mountain, you have 6 votes.
No, 7.
You have 7 votes. Okay. Your no's. Okay. Roadrunner, how do you vote?
5 yes, 2 no.
Southeast.
11, no.
Southwest, you have 14.
14 no's.
West Coast and Northwest.
26 and 6, yes.
6 out of the Northwest, 26 out of, they have 26 clubs in West Coast, 6, all of them are yeses.
What?
And West Ohio is not here. West Region has 16.
16 no.
Okay. I need a calculator. This did not pass, but I will have the numbers as soon as I can add them up. Okay, the second standing rule that we want to vote on, we need to bring it off the table, is a new rule in financial matters starting January 1st, 2027. People may apply for new membership at large memberships or renew their existing MAL membership online and pay with a credit card. Dues will follow the dues table in paragraph 9A, I guess, in paragraph 9. A processing fee for the credit card payment will be set at the beginning of the calendar year by the National Treasurer and will be posted online on the online application prior to payment fulfillment. Did I screw that up too bad? Do you understand what I'm saying? MALs can pay by credit card. That's what we're voting on. Anything else? Else for taking it off the table? Do I have a second? Bill Doherty? All those in favor? Okay, so we can vote on this. Can you read that number? Okay, so for the first standing rule, we had 64 yeses and 129 noes. 64 yeses and 129 noes. So we're going to do the same thing for this one. You ready to vote? So we'll do, Carolina, do you want to be able to vote to pay by a credit card? East Ohio? East Region? Florida. No for me. Indiana region.
6 yes, 2 no.
Okay. Michigan region.
12 yes, 2 no, 2 abstain.
Midwest region.
12 proxies vote no.
Okay. So yes for the, how many went yes for Midwest region that are here, club members, governors? No's for Midwest. Okay, so that's the West. Okay. Northeast.
6 yes.
Rocky Mountain.
7 no.
Roadrunner.
7 yes.
Southeast.
11 no.
Southwest.
14 yes.
West Coast and Northwest.
26 and 6 yes.
Okay. West Ohio's not here. West region.
West region, 16 yes.
Okay. That looks like it passes, and we'll get the numbers here in a minute. Okay. I think we're on a roll. You guys okay?
Sure.
All right. So while we're into this really exciting stuff, why don't I read into the minutes the bylaws that we will show on the ballot. Now, I don't know how you do it in your cities and counties, but in my city, we do a first reading where we don't ask for comment. I don't know that any of these new bylaws are super controversial, but I would ask that if you have comments, let's wait until I read them all in, because there's 8 of them. Does that sound all right? Okay. We have bylaw 2025-001. This is under members, life members. To qualify, an applicant must be a current NCCC member. To maintain primary status, life members must comply with items A or E in this section. That's the way it's written now. What we are changing it to is we are deleting the first part, and the section will read, life members must comply with items A or E in this section. That's the only change. We're deleting them to already be a primary member. Sections A or B. Not changed. They have to comply with items A or E in this section. The next one is EL-2025-007. And this is concerning convention and convention bids. The way it reads right now, all tentative convention bids should be submitted first to the convention steering meeting for review at the first regularly scheduled governor's meeting of the year. All completed bids must be submitted to convention steering committee at the second regularly scheduled governor's meeting in accordance with the convention during the first regularly scheduled governor's meeting of the year. The bid will be presented to the board of governors at the first regularly scheduled governor's meeting at least 17 months prior to convention and voted on the last regularly scheduled governor's meeting of the calendar year. Voting shall be for NCCC procedure. We are changing it to All tentative convention bids should be submitted first to the convention steering committee for review. All completed bids must be submitted to the convention steering committee in accordance with the convention policies and procedures manuals. Completed bids for the annual convention must be presented to the executive board. Completed bids will then be presented to the board of governors, preferably 17 months prior to convention. It will be on the table for at least 1 month, and voting shall be for NCCC ballot. Officers shall be held at the next to the last regularly scheduled governor's meeting. Again, going to 3 meetings versus 4. Bylaw -2025-010. This is committees to do with presenting the rule book. The competition committee shall be comprised of the elected appointed regional competition directors from each region, and the vice president of competition shall chair the committee. The competition committee shall review the competition manual and submit their recommendations to the board of governors at the third regularly scheduled business meeting. Any recommendation for changes in the competition rule book must be submitted to the competition committee through the regional competition director. Any changes approved by the board of governors shall become effective on the first day of the year following the approval. The competition committee shall hear and review all grievances by members related to the competition program sponsored by the corporation. How we're changing this is the competition committee shall be comprised of the elected and appointed regional competition director from each region, and the vice president of competition shall chair this committee. The competition committee shall review the competition manual and submit their recommendations to the board of governors at the next to the last regularly scheduled business meeting. Any recommendation for changes in the competition rulebook must be submitted to the competition committee through the regional competition director. Any changes approved by the board of governors shall become effective on the first day of the year following the approval. The competition committee shall hear and review all grievances by members which relate to the competition program sponsored by the corporation. Again, going from 4 meetings to 3. Bylaw -2025-011. This is members classification. It is new, it's not in the bylaws, and what they are suggesting is future Corvette owners association will be added under item J, and this again is under members. NCCC members can sponsor their children, grandchildren, nieces, and or nephews from birth through age 16 for FCOA membership. Association members are eligible to participate in age-approved programs to ensure privacy. All FCOA member information is maintained separate from the NCCC database. This is a new. This is not anything to do with the 3 or 4 meetings. What we're doing is recognizing FCOA members, and we're doing this because of the new, it's in the rule book under standing rule for them to run the competition. So that is that one. Here we go with bylaw 2025-012, and this is something procedural for our parliamentarian and our REs. The way it reads now is These bylaws may be amended, repealed, or altered in whole or in part by the Board of Governors. All motions to amend shall first be submitted to the parliamentarian of the executive and the bylaw committee 2 weeks prior to the first meeting of the year for review by the committee and shall be read and ordered by the president to lie on the table for at least 1 month. The Board of Governors shall vote thereon at the last regularly scheduled meeting of the calendar year. Voting shall be for NCCC ballot procedures. A 2/3 vote of the ballots received shall be necessary to pass any such motion of amendment. What they are changing this to is these bylaws may be amended, repealed, or altered in whole or in part by the Board of Governors. All proposed amendments to these bylaws must be submitted in writing to the parliamentarian who serves as chair of the Regional Executive and Bylaw Committee at least 4 weeks prior to the next scheduled National Governors Meeting. National Governors Meeting. The first consecutive National Governors Meeting bylaw amendment procedure. The bylaw committee shall present the amendment to the Regional Executive Committee. The Regional Executive Committee may approve, reject, or amend the proposed amendments. Unless rejected, the amendment shall remain tabled until the next Governors Meeting. Second consecutive National Governors Meeting bylaw amendment procedure. The Regional Executive Committee shall review the proposed amendments, make any final revisions, and upon approval by the Regional Executive Committee, the proposed amendments shall be read by the Governor in good standing at the National Governors Meeting. Then the proposed amendments shall be ordered by the President to lie on the table until the third consecutive National Governors Meeting. The third consecutive National Governors Meeting bylaw amendment procedure. The proposed amendment shall be taken from the table for final review and discussion. The Board of Governors shall vote on the proposed amendment no later than 3 weeks following the third consecutive National Governors Meeting. The voting shall be conducted in accordance with the NCCC electronic ballot procedure. All bylaw change requests, amendments following the above process must be either rejected or put to a vote no later than the third National Governors Meeting. Change request amendments proposed before a bylaw committee has been approved may, if necessary, require extension into a fourth meeting. The change request amendments under these circumstances must be either rejected or put to a vote no later than the fourth National Governors Meeting. Once the bylaw is passed, it will be in effect immediately unless otherwise directed in the change proposal. Now, I think where we're getting into what? Oh, the 2/3 vote of the ballot received shall be necessary to pass such a motion. And then once it's passed, it'll be effective unless otherwise decided in the change proposal. And I know in here they talk about first, second, and third consecutive government meetings. It doesn't mean in the year. It just means that it's only going to be through 4. Right now, the way they have it is it has to be presented before the February meeting, and then by the time it gets revised and looked at, it may be another whole year before they get it voted on. Like these that we have here are from 25. So he's saying this may speed up the process to say we only have to go through X number of meetings and then we can put it on a ballot. Is that correct?
Instead of waiting until February, we started this fall.
Can you hear him? Can you hear George open? All right. With that, you must. Another standing committees. So this is bylaw 2025-13. And it reads now, the bylaws committee shall be chaired by the parliamentarian and will be comprised of selected members of the regional executive committee. The way it's changed to is the bylaw committee shall be chaired by the parliamentarian and will be comprised of 3 selected members of the regional executive committee. The parliamentarian shall appoint an interim bylaw committee excuse me, prior to, lost my place. Excuse me, I'll start that over. All right, here's what the change will be. The bylaw committee shall be chaired by the parliamentarian and will be comprised of 3 selected members of the regional executive committee. The parliamentarian shall appoint an interim bylaws committee prior to the Board of Governors approval in such cases as the first of the year regional executive meeting. And if there is an unexpected vacancy during the year, the parliamentarian shall be a non-voting member. Any proposed revision, amendment, or repeal of the corporate bylaws and or standing rules shall first be referred to this committee to review and make recommendations based on technical applications. If necessary, the committee shall correct articles or sections, etc. Resolve any conflict with any other articles and suggested language changes. After due investigation and review, if approved by a unanimous vote of the bylaws committee, again, this is just telling you what the process is now for presenting an amendment change, right? Voila. Bylaw 125-014. Again, this is another regional executive committee update. Currently, it reads, the regional executive committee shall be comprised of the elected, appointed regional executive from each region. Parliamentarian shall be a non-voting member. This committee shall be chaired by parliamentarian. Any proposed revision, amendment, or repeal to the corporate bylaw shall first be referred to this committee to review and make recommendations based on technical application, if necessary, correct article, section, etc. Resolve any conflict with other articles, suggest language changes after due investigation and review, unless rejected by a unanimous vote of the regional executive committee. The resolution and the findings of the committee shall be presented to the Board of Governors on or before the 3rd regularly scheduled business meeting or a special meeting called for such purpose. The committee shall retain a permanent record of all resolutions passed during the year by the Board of Governors. The committee shall also review financial matters presented by the Finance Committee and other duties as assigned by the Executive Board. I like that one. The new thing is the regional executive committee shall be comprised, this is the new language, shall be comprised of the elected or appointed regional executive from each region. The parliamentarian shall be a non-voting member. The parliamentarian shall chair this committee. All bylaw committees approved revisions, amendments, or repeal of the corporate bylaw or standing rules shall be referred to this committee. The regional executive committee will review and make recommendations based on technical applications if language changes. After due investigation and review, if approved by 2/3 vote of the regional executive committee, the resolutions and the findings of the committee shall be presented to the Board of Governors per Article 15, Section 1. The regional executive committee shall retain a permanent record of all resolutions passed during the year by the Board of Governors. The committee will also review financial matters presented by the Finance Committee and other duties as assigned by the Executive Board. Again, procedural on how we're handling amendments, just to get them through so they aren't sitting for a year. So these will be on the website for you to look at. Again, I don't think there's anything really earth shattering in here, mostly to accommodate going from 4 meetings to 3 and procedures for some of the committees. You good with just having these lay and you can look at them? I know it's a lot.
Yeah.
All right, so we have one standing rule that's new that we're gonna look at, and we need our presentation by the 2026 convention. Let's take 15 minutes break, and we'll be back at 2:15. Raffle tickets, t-shirts, checks, okay?
RMDs, if you need your copy, get them before I put any more out.
Okay, I put the results from the vote for the
Sorry
for MAL, and it was 151 yes, 46 no. All right, so while we're on the roll, we have a standing rule that has been presented and has been through finance and REs that we want to put for a vote, and we need a 2/3, correct?
Yes.
Approval for this thing. So let me read it. This is the brand new standing rule. If you are a first-time Corvette owner and purchase from a second-tier Corvette dealer, you may join NCCC as a member at large. The standard membership fee is at a reduced rate of $25 for primary and $10 for the companion membership fee. At the standard NCCC membership renewal time, standard membership fees will apply. We're looking for members, we're looking for another way to get them there. Does anybody have any comment on this? A tier 2 is not a Chevrolet dealer,
Not General Motors.
not General Motors, like Corvette Mike or, yeah, what? Corvette World or somebody in your area. They will be party to give them our membership application. So, your name and club?
Richardson, Corvette, Cleveland, Governor. We started, beginning of this year, we put our QR code on everything that we do for Corvette Cleveland. That, we use at Piston Power Show, which is the Autorama in Cleveland now, and the regular car show in Cleveland. And, we picked up 12 members because people were able to go up and click on the QR code, do a registration online, pay online, and start their membership process that way. We didn't have to discount anything for anybody. We didn't have to give anything away to do it. We just made it easy. All you do is click on the QR code. You fill the application out online. It goes to our membership director, and from that process it goes to our treasurer, notifies me that we have a new member, and I get the check numbers from him, send it to our regional, and we're off and running with it. So we thought for right away that of those 12 people who fill it out, probably half of them would say, oh, I'm not going to continue to pay through this process. Everybody so far is doing that. So we didn't give anything away. We just made it easier for everybody. And I think that if we do the same thing, if we can put our QR code on everything that we do for that goes out in CCC and redirect to the clubs that way, it's a much easier process. You don't have to worry about secondary dealers or first. They're not going to do it. Every dealer that we've had that is a sponsor or they want to sell a car.
Yeah.
Not worried about Corvette Cleveland or any of the Corvette clubs. They want to sell the car and move on. To them, it's just going to be another process. If we make it simple, with a QR code, people will do it. I'm telling you, it's working. We're 10 members since January 1st. It works.
Thank you. Yes, he did. Correct. Yes, Kyle.
Well, geez, you're welcome by name. Kyle Phelps, Governor, Capital City Corvette Club. I hear what you're saying. Great. I think other clubs should do that too. But I definitely don't think we should say no to this program with Bernie. Don't say no for other people. Don't say a dealer won't do it. Hell no, you got a dealer, he'll say anything. Hey, by the way, I can get you half price membership in this membership. Or this club. Listen, if we only get 5 people, that's 5 people we didn't have. I'd say yes to everybody's program. I love what Corvette Club. Somebody else said, well, what if our club gave them half? Hey, if you get your club to pay half of someone's membership the first year, absolutely. I'm not going to stop your club from doing that. I wouldn't want to try to convince my club of trying to do that program. But I want to phrase this, that as people come to the microphone on this isn't a silver bullet to save NCCC. This isn't a program that's an umbrella to catch everybody who buys a new Corvette. If we get 5, we got 5. And I don't care if they're a first-time buyer or if they were a member of NCCC in 1988 and they're buying their 8th Corvette and they bought it off Wheels on Deals down the road. I don't care. I made the application. I made the trifold. It does have a QR code on it. It takes us right to our membership page, which once we get our electronic payments, they'll be able to pay online, right? Because I think that just makes common sense. I think you should put your QR codes on everything. I think you should make the membership sign-up process absolutely easy. That just makes common sense. But I want to be very clear. When Bernie first brought this to me, the very first thing I told him was negative too. I said, Bernie, people my age don't buy Corvettes from dealers. I still think that's true. We buy them off Bring a Trailer, we bring them off, or we buy them off Marketplace. We buy them off individuals. Very few of us go to the dealer when we're buying C4s, 5s, and 6s. If this is a zero-cost implementation, it's literally some electronic files we put in somebody's hand, and if they remember to print it out, that's great, and if they don't, it costs us nothing. So I understand that there may be some potholes along the way on this, but just keep in mind, I throw this in a bucket of, we'll try anything. We need members, so I'm in the mood, and when I offered to support Bernie on this, it was like, you know what? If it gets us 5 members, it gets us 5 members, so I'll help you out.
Thank you.
Well, Jacob, Governor, Colorado Springs Corvette Club. The issue that I think is problem with this is that it's not fair to the other members that joined at full price.
Jennifer Wiggers, Governor, West Shore Corvettes. I think also this is really cheapening our brand by doing this, and I'm concerned about that. And I think we really need to focus more on the benefits of what we offer here at NCCC and just really make sure that we're spreading that. If at the club level, the region level, you decide to come up with some program, to discount a membership, then that goes to the club or the region level. But I really think at the national level, I think we're doing ourselves a disservice. Okay.
Veronica Doyes, RMD, Florida region. So some of what Jennifer said, I'm gonna repeat in that club level, region level, that's great. You have minimum people involved and you know where you're talking about. But let's pretend I have gone to the Carolinas to buy my used C5 from some second tier dealer who hands me this form and I go online and I do this. You're gonna sign me up in the Carolina region because that's where the dealer was from, but I live in Florida. Who's gonna be sorting which RMD should be getting the person's information to put them in the database? It's really easy to do at a club level when your club treasurer says, hey, I got this money from this person to join our club. But when you've got 15 regions, and it's not 50 states, so at least that helps. It's 15 regions that some of them are multi-states and some states are split in half. Are we gonna hire somebody at the national level to process these payments and their paperwork to figure out who puts it in? And then for my region, I'm more concerned because I go to every autocross to sign up members at large, so they're covered by the insurance the same day. What do I do when someone shows up Saturday morning and says, oh, I signed up online last night with your great half price deal? Do I have any paperwork to know they're actually an NCCC member? So these are all just concerns. I agree, at the region level, at the club level, this is awesome. I'm concerned at the national level.
The mechanics would be that they are making an electronic payment and becoming a member immediately, actually moving faster than you. And it goes directly to the vice president. Because we can't do this through region, you have no way of taking electronic, well, not every region does, some regions may. That's why it goes straight to the VP. That's why Bernie has the address on it, on everything, goes straight to the VP for processing. It bypasses the region level.
Go ahead.
Richard Yanko, Southeast Region. We currently have a program with the National Corvette Team, I believe, and I think it was announced that we had 94 members since the first of the year. The way that's handled, if I understand it correctly, is they get the piece of paper when they take delivery of their car at the Rate C auction. They fill it out, they send it in. It goes to the Vice President of Membership. The Vice President of Membership looks at their address and then sends it to the RMD in that region. That's how that's handled. This could be handled the same way.
Linda Fairland, from speaking to Sandy, because I know Bernie's not here, that's how I understand this new process is working. There was a new application created by Bernie with Sandy, and I understand it to work the same way. It's a new MAL that will get sent to the VP of membership, just like any other MAL does.
Okay, is there any other discussion? Do you want to call for the question? Do I have a motion?
Second.
Dale Samison first, Alan Moore second. Any other discussion? Again, we need 2/3, so let me, we're gonna have to count. So you're gonna have to hold your hands up for a while. Unless, do you want to go through the regions again? Is that easier? That's probably easier. Okay, well, Linda wrote all over my paper, so. All right, so Carolina, yes or no?
Carolina Regions.
So I wrote 6. Okay, East Ohio. East Region. Florida. Hello? No? And mine will be a no. Okay. Indiana.
7 yes, 1 no.
I'm sorry?
7 yes, 1 no.
Michigan.
8 yes, 6 no, 2 abstain.
Midwest.
12 proxies, vote no.
What about the rest of you? Yeses? Nos? That's the usual 10s. Okay. I didn't count right, I'm counting wrong all the way across the board. Northeast. Rocky Mountain.
No. 7.
Rogan.
7 yes.
Southeast.
11 yes.
Southwest.
14 yes.
West Coast Northwest,
26, 6, yes.
and West Ohio's not here, West Region.
15 yes, 1 no.
Okay, calculator. We'll get that number here in a minute. It looks like it's, but we'll see. The abstentions may be a part of it too. 197. Okay.
197.
So we'll have time for a margarita. My flight's delayed. $105 is the yes vote. So it didn't pass, we needed 127. Well, we still needed 2/3 to pass it. Okay, so it didn't pass. Okay. Let's do something fun, talk about the 2026 convention.
Good afternoon, everybody. So as you know, our NCCC family reunion is June 20th through 2027. I'd love for you to come out and meet my family and do a bunch of fun things. So the poker rally at Watkins Glen, just to let you know in case you hadn't known, steel cars, metal cars, however you classify it, non-Corvettes are welcome to do the parade laps. Just to let you know that the tours are going very well. There are room on all the tours. We've got some second boats, second buses. So all of that is available. And we have some great parties going on and entertainment. So I'd love to have you all be a part of it. And for those of you who have already signed up, I thank you very much, and I thank everybody in this room for the support. There are many helping hands that go into this, and I myself have learned so much in the past 3 years, so thank you all for that.
All right, since I'm a numbers person, I'm giving you numbers. But I'm gonna start out and thank the RCDs and Renee who came to my assistance. Not all of them have done it, but if you're in this room, and have not, please do it. We had so many people in the wrong classes. When you pull up Walt's form, you just automatically picked, oh, I'm a C7, so I come to the first C7 and I say, there it is. Well, you're not on Group 1 tires, you're on street tires. And so we probably had at least 30% of the people were in the wrong classes. So at the February meeting, I went to the RCDs and I gave them a list and I said, you know your people, you know what they're running, help me fix it. So I got some changes. I did not get all of them then. So before this meeting, I sent out another list with the people that had signed up after the last meeting, and I said, I still need help. So luckily, I got Anderson Corvette. They had so many people coming, and y'all need to get some more. I got their changes because the RCD hasn't gotten back to me, but
If you are registered and you're not sure if we caught that you're in the wrong class, please look at your registration. When I sent confirmation, you can go back and check, click on your form, and it'll show you how you registered. There's also people that are not high-speed certified. I know Indiana starts their competition next weekend, but there are 10 people that are qualified that don't have a valid date. So it's in the record. Those need to be fixed. I have one outstanding for East Ohio. I have 2 for East Region. So the RCDs have been told to look at that list and to help those people that have not previously had a high-speed license get qualified with enough events that are going on. And if they were qualified and it just expired, that they get a new card. So, because you have to be qualified in order to run a convention. Right now, as of today, and I've looked to see, we have no new registrations. We have 227 adults that are signed up for the full week, and that includes 2 dependents. We have 22 adults and 2 youth on day passes. That gives us a total just around 250 people. That is not enough to make a convention profitable. What comes along with that is we have room obligations with the hotel. We signed a contract that said we would have 1,280 rooms, and they have given us leeway that if we get 80%, then everything is hunky-dory. 80% is 1,027. We right now are at 730 room nights. We need people to add rooms on. Stay till Friday. People are leaving after the drag's on Wednesday. Think about coming and partying with us. We got seats on the Niagara Falls. We got seats on the Thousand Island. Come on and share some more fun with us. There are some deadlines that I need to make sure that everybody knows. The 15th of May is the deadline to register for convention, competition, and tours. We have got to settle up our numbers and pay the tour company for the buses and the tickets. So we need to know how many people are going. And that is the same deadline. If you are planning on changing class, we need to know it. We don't want boxes of trophies ordered in the wrong class and paying that expense. I've got probably 15 or 20 trophies from the 23 convention because people changed class and they're worthless. So there is a price change on the 16th of May, so you want to register before then. The price goes up to $200 for the full week. Our room block at the hotel was to expire on May 5th. Because we are so short on meeting our commitment, they have extended it to the 18th of May. But that is our deadline. We are hoping at that point, the hotel will have enough people wanting reservations that they will buy some of our room block from us. June 1st is the deadline to request any refund. At this point, if you decide you want to drop out of an event, that is a request for a refund. I'm not giving 100% back to anybody. You knew when you registered it's a 10% surcharge because we've already started ordering things and transponders and stuff are coming based on the number of cars that are registered. So June 1st is the deadline for that. We have gotten an extension. If you did not sign up for a meal, and because we are spending a lot more on food and beverage, we might have some upgrades on food. And if you didn't sign up, June 11th is the last date to tell us that you want to be added to the welcome party, the banquet, the whatever. Because at that point, we have to give our final number to the hotel. So don't plan on coming to convention and begging me to please let you in to a meal. I can't do it. So one thing that I thought was very interesting, the hotel is trying to be very cooperative and they are sympathetic to the situation that we're in, but they have a policy that has absolutely nothing against us, but it's every guest. They do not allow you to bring outside food and drink into the lobby or into the hospitality. If you do, it is a $500 fine. So we're gonna have a sign, and they have a thing on signs, you can't put signs up that they don't like, but I'm gonna create something that says, whoa, don't bring that food in here. So just know that is their policy, and I'm sure it's probably throughout all of the DoubleTrees, and we can't do anything to change it, but they are working with us, they are letting us bring in packaged snacks to hospitality. If you have any favorite snack, you can try to bribe Bill Doherty, and he might get a box of them, but, they are, as I said, they are trying to help us in every way, but we need everybody to go back and invite everybody you know to come and have fun with us, because we're gonna have a lot of fun. Any questions or comments? Thank y'all.
I have a quick question for Debbie, because Betty, you just said something about signs. Are we not allowed to hang club banners like we have in the past?
The contract does allow us to have signs. And there is a clause in there that says if we damage the wall, we pay for the wall. So we're going to confirm that we can use the command strips. And Joan is gonna donate some that were left over from last year. I do not believe it's gonna be like the Dells. The Dells, they had to hang the signs, and we had to pay $35 for each sign that got hung. So before you go to hang anything, come and see us, because we'll know that answer. Bring your banners, be prepared to do it, and if they say they're gonna charge us, we didn't tell them we paid at the Dells, so. Okay. Joan talked him out of it. It was in the contract that, a lot like Atlantic City, where they had union people that you had to do things. And, I mean, we're at the mercy of whatever their operation is, and we try to make the best of the situation. But, yeah. So plan on bringing it. We'll have the command strips if they're gonna let us do it, and we're all gonna have a good time.
So one thing I do know about the hotel is they aren't open for lunch. So when you talk about not bringing in food, we'll have to figure out, if you're gonna have lunch, you may have to sit outside.
Well, that's what they told us, is we were asking about the registration people. When they went on break, did they bring their food into hospitality? They said, no, they can eat outside.
So will we have a tent in the parking lot for a tent? That'll be a good place. Bring a chair. Okay? I'm so, no, I mean, I'm no surprises. But if you're coming in and you're gonna get lunch, stop on the way in. Okay? Yeah, or go to your room or whatever, but we just don't want first impressions to be that we don't know what the rules are, okay? So do we have a St. Jude? What else do we have? Anything that I have forgotten to beat to death? Okay. Tell us what we're drawing for. We're drawing for $1,000 certificate from Summit Racing.
Andy All's house.
Andy also, all right, good deal. Hey. Are you ready to do the 234 for the winner?
White ticket.
That's really good. Quarterback club. Congratulations.
Yeah, how much did he win? Is he buying a rope?
Sorry,
How much did he win?
$234.
$234. All right. Okay, Ron, we need a number. How many do we have? Numbers on the. Okay, 1 for 49.
Oh.
18.
Percent.
Okay, signature then.
For the back.
Back in the bag. Tim, I need a number between 1 and 49.
23. Heffelmeyer. Nick.
Nick what? Frecklemeyer, okay.
25.
Sorry, I'm sorry,
25.
25. John Yassel, number 1.
Becky Graves.
I need a number, Becky.
14.
14.
Richard Yanko.
Who left?
Good.
I need another number, Becky.
34.
John.
All right, John. 47. Zach. Joyce gets the door right. I need a number, Zach. 35. Tom McKinley. Okay, Tom, I need a number. We just said that. Did we, 25? We already did 25. 10.
Andy.
And? Number 9.
Ray Schaefer.
Number 30. Jennifer Wigan. Okay. Jennifer, I need a number.
14. Richard, that was Richard. Oh, I have to get a different one. 10. Oh, we already said 10. 12.
12.
Norm Walker. I need
4.
I need a number, Norm. 40.
Dale.
Samuelson.
42.
42.
No.
For Bill. 45. Like, that's a surprise. Okay. Lauren? All right. How are we doing? Do we need some more numbers? Okay, Lauren, I need a number between 1 and 49. Fred, who? Oh, I got five. A number, Fred. 44. Okay, John, need a number. 41.
Whoa.
Walt Jenkins.
Where's Waldo?
Number all.
39.
That's how old we are.
Robert Runyon.
Oh, there you go.
But.
Yeah, there we go.
What's the number, right?
Okay, one.
One.
Number one. We already did one.
Good one.
Two.
Two.
Jim Bartuska.
Number 37.
Yeah.
Another
I
number.
need another number.
42.
We already did that.
48.
Oh, jeez. All right. 18.
We did that.
Oh. 4.
Howard Curtis.
13.
Craig Camerack.
We done a nice number.
No. Chris Melton. Yo.
Hey.
21. 21. John Thomas.
Welcome, Jones. Guess the number, Joe.
We already did that.
Paul Clausen.
It was the number, Paulie. Six.
Butch DeWitt.
Oh, we stuff.
Oh, 22.
Mike Stevens.
Okay.
Ron Miller.
Okay. Wins all the money and he gets the prize too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Bob Nisnik.
That'll do it. Anything else for the good of the order? Laura.
Lauren Killam, Governor Corvette Club. I just want to know, with the insurance, does it cover us at governor's meeting, coming to the governor's meeting and going back home?
Nope.
Based on the fact that we usually have to meet at a park and ride to, get the coverage started on the event. The same thing with meetings, it covers you at meetings, but it doesn't cover when you drive there or back. However, I will confirm that. And if I have it in time, I don't know, I'll try to put it, maybe we'll get it in the check winner, I'll send a alert to everybody so you know, okay?
Kyle Phelps, Capital City Corvette Club, and the producer of the Governor Garage. This is going to be my plug for the podcast. I said last time that there was going to be a 101 episode up. We did get that published. So if you have new members, they want to know what a fun con is. There's chapters below it. If you go to the episode, they don't have to watch the whole hour. they can jump to it. Contact me, take advantage of what I'm doing. I'm doing this for you, for NCCC, for your club. Colorado Springs Corvette Club laid into this, sent me a lot of stuff. Got a lot of views, a lot of watch hours. Even tagged some of their partners who's worked on some of their members' cars and stuff. This is a chance to get you, your club, and our organization out there. You know, my format is I want to capture the characters, the personality of NCCC. I thought Howard was a great lead with that. I know we've got Renee on there, but Jennifer, by the way, with her St. Jude drive, has actually been my #1 watch hour getter right now. So, you know, we've got a lot of members doing a lot of interesting things with their cars. So if you've got somebody, I want personalities. Don't send me dry people that's not going to say anything on the microphone. That's hard. But you know, you give me someone like Renee. Renee's awesome. He barely makes me even do any editing. But yeah, anybody in your club that's got an interesting story, I'd like to hear about it.
Excuse me, it was just pointed out to me that not everybody knows what a park and ride is. For us, that's a little place outside the expressway where you can park your cars and go from there, like in a pickup in a bus or something. But anyhow, it's starting your event at a common named location. So it could be anywhere, it could be a McDonald's type of a thing, okay? But I will check and let you know.
Anything else? Do I have a motion? Oh, all right, Sally Moll, second. Andy Alpha. All right, thank you. See you in September. No, see you in Syracuse.